The feel right now is letting my arms be the first ones to get to the ball. Oh, that is on a string.
All right, guys, welcome to week 56 of my journey to scratch. This past week, I absolutely lost my golf swing. I honestly just felt so uncomfortable over the ball. I would snap hook it one shot and then slice it the next. I had no control of my path, no control of my face. And it felt like the 10 months of work that I had put in with my golf coach, Zach, was being wasted. Then out of nowhere, I remembered a tip that Zach gave me in our second ever lesson together. It was a lesson about coming in from the inside with longer clubs. Whenever I thought about that and implemented it to my next swing, it was almost an instant fix. So in this video, what I want to do is take you through that session. We'll take you to kind of the epiphany of realizing what I was doing wrong. And then I actually want to turn the clock back, go back to that lesson from February. And then I want to leave you off with some key points. If you're somebody that struggles with coming over the top or hitting slices with your driver, I really do believe that some of the things that I've implemented in this video and you're about to see are going to help you out a lot. The hardest thing about golf and the golf swing is that it's non-linear progress. And what I mean by that is you're gonna have peaks and valleys along the way. And I think the biggest focus that you need to have is realize that as long as you have an upward trajectory, as long as that slope is going upwards, that means that you're working on the right things and you're headed in the right direction. I'm telling you this because I'm going through this right now. The video that you guys watched last week, I mean, that's probably my highest peak in my golf swing journey so far. I mean, I was swinging the club the fastest I've ever swung it. That's the most amount of club path control I've ever had, the most amount of club face control I've ever had. And you fast forward a week and I was shanking golf balls.
Oh my God, man.
Really, it started getting worse and worse as the clubs got longer. As I was hitting my driver, I mean, it was going absolutely everywhere. I would hit it way right, way left. My club path was the worst I've seen it in like 10 months since I pretty much started this journey with Zach. So what I want to show you guys now is that moment when I realized what I thought I was doing wrong and just kind of testing it out, feeling it out, and seeing that my new swing thought was actually working and helping me and making me feel like I could swing a golf club again. So let's watch that really quick.
I think I just figured something out with the path with the driver. I just kind of restarted the data. Let's see if it actually helps. I'm really tired at this point. I've hit so many golf balls. Really, the feel right now is like letting my arms pass, like be the first ones to get to the ball, if that makes sense. And then just really having like a kind of hitting the ball with the back of my hand to close it. There we go. Guys, I think that's significantly better. Like the speed is low right now, but that was a beautiful shot. We should see a positive path. Yeah, 1.6. Still not great, but much better. It's kind of the push. That's my usual miss right there. It's a push, it's not a slice. So if we can get back to that, I'll be really happy. 'Cause yeah, look at the path. The path was so much better. I just didn't close the face enough. That's a pretty even path. That feels so much better, guys. The path is not where Zach wants it to be right now, but these misses are so much better. Like I felt like my path was like going way negative, where now we're kind of evening it out. It's still not great, but it's so much better. And like, because I'm getting more comfortable, my club head speed is slowly rising. I'm glad we found this swing thought to help us through this, because otherwise we were really struggling. Dude, that is such a nice feeling, man. That feels so good. Oh, it's on a string. Okay, I think let's end it on that one. I don't think I'm gonna hit a ball better than that. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Yeah, that's about as good of a shot as we're gonna have. So as you saw, the outcomes of those swings were significantly different than the previous 100 that I had swung. And this swing thought really came about from a lesson with Zach that I took 10 months ago. Back in February, I think it was February 26th, and it was my second lesson with him ever. It was all meant to be on longer clubs. What I wanna do is I wanna go back to that lesson. I'm gonna play a couple clips that I think are really, really good. And then I wanna compare the swings where I had no control of my club to these swings that were hitting kind of a nicer shot shape and the shot shape that I was trying to hit.
So if I can feel back here, see how my chest stays back, and then I can let my arms release, see how much more I'm from the inside, and then everything comes out that way.
Gotcha.
So from here, there, and then rotate the arms and then extend out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So don't worry too much about my
Yeah, exactly.
like, my chest doing anything.
Yeah,
It's really just...
so the more the chest gets into it here, path is left. And then with the driver, what's gonna happen, so watch, when my body releases here, see how the club face is more open and behind, versus the more my arms and hands release, I can close that face. So it's just when the handle gets in front of the club head, face wide open. When the handle passes the club head, face more closed. So I'm trying to feel as I come down, my right shoulder is the last thing to get to the ball.
Gotcha.
Versus here, okay? Now come down, so feel lower, shift, there you go. Now unwind your arms. Yes. Feel that a little different?
Yeah.
See how the shoulders are more closed? So if you stay right there, see where that is?
Yeah.
Versus now go up to the top.
So the other way would be...
Here, keep going. Now look where your shoulders are pointed.
Yeah.
And then everything goes there.
So now that you watch that, let's look at my shoulders at impact. The one on the left, I came over the top a good bit. There was one of those that I sliced really, really heavily. You can't even see my left shoulder because it's kind of being covered by my face. I know it's not the best angle, but you can kind of tell that my shoulders are really pointed left. And now looking at the one on the right, you can see my shoulders are more square, and you could even argue that this frame is closer to the ball than the other one. So this thought of having my hands be faster than my shoulders really allowed for me to kind of square up my shoulders at impact. So there's a couple key takeaways that really helped me implement this swing thought. If you're somebody that struggles with a slice, I think this will help you out a good bit. The first is kind of what I talked about, the race to the bottom, the race to impact. If your right shoulder wins that race, then you're likely going to come over the top. And the second key takeaway is sort of the start of the downswing. I think it's very natural for a lot of us to feel like we create a lot of speed with the upper body and the chest, but when you're trying to hit a push draw and when you're trying to avoid a slice, you're wanting to kind of keep your chest and your shoulders very, very quiet. So at the top of the swing, I feel like I'm just swinging with my arms. As you see, that's not really the case. My lower body's still firing, my left leg is still straightening, I'm still pushing off the right foot, but it really allows for my arms and hands to feel like they're gonna win that race to the bottom. I know this was a bit of a different video and I know it was a bit shorter, but I thought it was a super important thing to document. Obviously, not just because it's a swing thought that I want to make sure I always have and that I got away from in the past and I may get away from in the future, but I'm also really proud of myself for staying patient and kind of figuring it out on my own. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, a little bit weirder than what I'm used to doing, but sometimes golf throws things at you and you got to deal with it, and I thought it would be really important to kind of showcase all of this on my channel. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you drop a like, and if you're new to the channel and you want to follow along this journey, make sure you click subscribe. This is a community where we're trying to get better at golf together, so I love hearing all your golf stories and your progresses. You wouldn't mind, drop them down below and keep me updated on how your golf seasons are going and what you're working on. I'm a golf nut, so I love hearing all this stuff, and I respond to every single comment. And guys, if you've never seen that lesson that we discussed earlier in the video, that was lesson number 2. I'm gonna link it up right here. Quite honestly, I think it will provide a lot of value for a lot of you guys. It's one of my favorite lessons, and it really doesn't have that many views. So make sure you check that out and let me know what you think. I'll catch you guys next week. Take care.